So what you should realize is that, like in the case of Uganda, the person you are talking to is a very experienced person. There are not many things in the world that I don't know. So when I'm handling a situation, you should know that I know what I'm doing.
So you are accountable?
I'm not accountable, but I know what I'm doing. Because I cannot be accountable for what I didn't. I'm not the one who started the violence. But I defeated the violence. Actually, our system, I was not even in Kampala at that time. I was also campaigning. But the system automatically defeated because Uganda is not a failed state. It is not a dictatorial state. It's not an Egypt. It's not a Sudan. It's not a Libya. It is Uganda. Uganda, where the people are in charge. Yes, there are some gaps, like the youth group, which is part of our success, but which needs to be handled in a better way, but not in the way they want, the way of violence
But what I sense here now is something more than that. Is this sort of pulsating cultural need? And sometimes when I look at, for example, your opponent, Bobby Wine, do you ever look at him and think, I was like that. I was that young man pushing forward, trying to bring change.
What change? Because the situation now is very healthy, much healthier than 1986. Because those young people are not talking about politics of identity, of tribe, of religion, which is what we fought. So those are our products.
So do you feel proud of somebody like him?
Bobby Wine is confused because he's not ideological, and he's being manipulated by so many groups, especially the foreigners.
Oh, which foreigners?
All sorts of, we monitor them.
Tell me, I didn't know there were foreigners manipulating Uganda's elections. Who?
Bobby Wine in particular is an agent of foreign interests. But the social group, the youth who feel marginalized, that's a healthy internal force which we are working with. For the youth group who are serious, who are not part of the foreign manipulation.
Who are these foreigners? Tell me the country. I don't know who these foreigners are.
There are so many. There are so many. Because you see, the foreigners, especially the Europeans, they are full of arrogance. For Uganda is very successful. We have a very strong system because we know what we are doing. But because you have that your own analysis, like for instance, you think the problem of Uganda is because I've been in government for a long time, and after that is the advantage of Uganda. So we don't agree. As long as it is democratically decided on, this is the correct thing. But because you have that view of yours, when charlatans, people are not serious, come up, oh, it is opposition to longevity in government. So you jump up and down in the West. And they get quite a lot of encouragement from the foreigners, from the homosexuals, from I don't know what.
What have the homosexuals got to do with it?
Oh, they are very happy. They are very happy with Bobby Wine. They actually, I think they even send them support.
Why does it come back to the homosexuals? Many years ago, you may not remember this, you told me that there were always homosexuals in Uganda and they lived on the edge of the village and they would tolerate it. They were not persecuted. You told me that yourself.
But in Europe, you promote them. You promote some homosexuality. You think homosexuality is an alternative way of life. While for us here, we think it is a deviation.
But you told me that traditionally you tolerated it.
Absolutely.
So why don't you tolerate it now?
Absolutely. Even now. But what we cannot accept, they are the ones who are hostile. They are the ones who say we should do.
They're the ones who want to be able to live the way they live, aren't they? What I'm not understanding is your connection between homosexuality and a young man who is running for president, who is your opponent. I don't see the connection between the two.
The connection is that because some of the constituencies in the West have their own way of thinking. And for us, we agree with you on some, but we don't agree with you on others. But I think what you would like us to be is that we should be your puppets. Whatever you say is what we should do. We should not say, wait a minute, that one we don't agree with. So now, because of that, those constituencies, anything against us, they jump on it. And of course, they make mistakes by so doing because they don't know our situation.
Let me ask you about accountability, because obviously there is this issue. You've got the election and you've got the opponents and so on, and there has been violence, and there was concern back in November because more than 50 Ugandans lost their lives. They were shot by the security forces. Tell me about that. Who's accountable for that?
The opposition.
The victims are responsible for the shooting?
Not the victims. The opposition are the ones who wanted to organize an insurrection because they say they want to organize here what happened in Libya, supported by you people, by you, the Western governments, what happened in, Egypt, what happened in Sudan, Khartoum, what happened in...
well, these are revolutions that overthrew governments, at least temporarily. But was that really what was happening, or was it a...
That's what they were planning. That's what they were planning, encouraged by actually Western governments, Western elements, I wouldn't say governments, Western elements, press, some this and that, some diplomats.
But 50 Ugandans, more than 50, lost their lives, and it was the security forces who pulled the trigger.
32 were attacking security people.
There was a 14-year-old boy who was killed. He was walking along behind his mother.
Some died in the crossfire. Some died, some 22. But 32 were definitely... Who started that violence?
Well, Bobby Wine was arrested, and then people started rioting. Of that, there is no doubt.
Yes.
And then the security forces
but that one had been planned long time. It had been planned. You see, because here, you are asking me, why have you not died, many of you? You are asking...
No, I'm asking you who is accountable.
No.
That's what my question was, who is accountable?
Before, you asked me, why have you not died, so many of you, from corona? You remember?
I asked, why did you think that coronavirus was not ravaging the population of Uganda?
Because we took measures. We took measures. And some of the measures was, don't congregate. Now, this agent of foreign interest, Bobby Wine, says, no, for me, I will congregate. You can't. I am also campaigning. I'm not congregating people. I've been campaigning for 2 months. I have never held a single rally. Not one. Even when they gather, I ignore them. I just sit in my car, wave inside my car and continue, because I don't want to kill these people. So this agent of foreign interest You know, for me, that one will not apply to me. Oh, it will not apply to you. So the police arrest him. But they had planned that when he's arrested, there should be uprising. So the uprising was defeated. So who are responsible? The ones who put those bankrupt ideas in the heads of some of the obviously not so capable actors. So for us here, we shall maintain our stability. Nobody can disturb it because we have a very strong system.
Are you concerned about there being more violence between now and election day?
Anybody who brings violence will be defeated. There will be no violence. And anybody who knows, and that was a rehearsal, that one, because that's what they wanted, but it was defeated. And I think many people are now more careful with the. You saw what happened in Washington the other day. You were joking with someone.
Yeah, last night. Yeah.
Yes, you can get these people who have got very wrong ideas. You know, that parliament of the Americans was attacked.
Are you still a freedom fighter?
Oh, very much so. Very much so. Do you have any cause to fight for? You know
somebody else who thought that he was always a freedom fighter was Robert Mugabe. Do you think he was? Do you think you're like him?
Robert Mugabe made some philosophical mistakes, which I told him about,
Philosophical mistakes?
Yes.
I don't know if it's philosophical when your country starts to starve.
But those were part of the philosophical mistakes, because he did not understand the role of the private sector.
But I suppose what I'm asking is I'm looking at you, a freedom fighter, and now you've been in power for 33 years, and you're going into what will probably be your 6th term.
Yes.
And some people say, he did a great job, and now enough. Many people said the same about Robert Mugabe. And he didn't go until he was nearly 100.
Mugabe, you see, this is the superficiality. You are really superficial.
I'm a very superficial person, you're right, sir.
You are very superficial people. Not only you.
Oh, I'm not the only one, no, but, you know, as so many are.
You see, the problem of Zimbabwe, even if there was a new person, if you did not change the philosophy of not understanding the role of the private sector, you will fail. For instance, the fight between Mugabe and whoever was there with the whites.
Swangarai. You're thinking about with what? You mean the white farmers?
Yes. This for us here, we had our own whites.
The Indians.
The Indians. What did we do? We brought them back. We are the ones who brought back the Indians. Why? Because we understood that these Indians were working for us. When they are entrepreneurs in Uganda here, they are working for us. Now, if you don't see that, even if you get new leaders, but with that same philosophy, you will fail.
But one day you will have to have new leaders here. None of us are immortal.
That one we shall determine, because we have got our party. We normally meet, say what do we do, what do we do next? Does this old man retire? Have we finished all the things we need? I don't need to be in the government, by the way, because you see another confusion you have. Why do you think I'm in the government?
Because you want to be.
I want what?
Because you want to be in government. You want to be in power. You want to be in office.
For what?
For what you want to do.
For what I want to do. So is what I want to do bad?
Sometimes the issue can be the person.
No, what am I looking for in power? Because power, unless I'm looking for money or something personal, otherwise, if I'm not, do you think I'm looking for money?
I didn't say that. I suppose what I'm asking is whether you just think that it's fine for any leader just to keep going.
If there is a mission to be done, and I'm telling you that in Uganda here, and to some extent in Africa, we have got missions, very serious missions, which if we don't do, we shall become a Latin America.
And you're the only person who can do that?
I'm not the only person, but there is no harm if I also contribute.